time to install the shifter. Please excuse the crusty seat. Had to put it in just to figure out positioning for everything. It is going to go and get redone, but it is pretty cool that it's actually in the car. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of adjustment here. I didn't realize that this is how you hold down these types of seats. Gonna have to make some proper spacers. I just got a nut in there right now, but Tim, in all his hoarding loveliness, had a couple of these on hand. Otherwise, they're pretty hard to find. Well, I shouldn't say they're hard to find. Not gonna find them in town. I have to order them online. But the reason that we're in here, this shifter. Now, I'm thinking it's a little bit low. I don't really want to lean over. I want to bring it up. Something like that. But I'm trying to decide, should I do this? It's got a little bit of an angle going on. Or should I just leave it flat? So what that means is, gonna do some CAD, and everybody knows what that is. Not this box, but got some cardboard, cut out some templates. Then I can get some plates cut, and I can get that made out of metal. Also, since we're over here and I was just pointing at it, mirrors. Gotta install these guys. Some people who have done similar stuff, I've looked online, they don't put any mirrors at all on their giant rat rod cars. I want to do that because the intention is that we're going to be pulling a trailer with it quite a bit, and I need to be able to see what's behind me. So, grab these guys here. These are actually Bronco mirrors. I don't love them, but I don't hate them either. But the issue that we're running into is this. Because of the way the door indents here, it sits pretty strange. I want it to sit flat like that. So what's got to happen, I'm just going to have to do some cutting and then a little bit of welding on this bracket. And then hopefully we'll get it all lined up properly. But first off, going to get that cardboard out and start cutting things up. Together pretty quick. It's strong enough. Put this guy on here. That should probably give us the height and the angle that I need. Sitting on the hump, I'm gonna have to reposition this probably over a little bit more because we have to put the four-wheel drive shifter there. So the next step then is to take this guy with all the measurements on it, bring it up to a plate shop, and then just get these cut out so that they'll be nice and straight. I'm not gonna bother doing it here because I won't make them nice and straight. So I did a little bit of work off camera because it really wasn't that exciting. I've got everything mocked up for the mirrors. So it started as this here, which I showed earlier, turned into this guy here. So I managed to get everything fitted up. I just chopped a section out of the center section because I don't have the ability to weld aluminum here. If it was metal, we would be all done and ready to go. So now all that's left, get the other side done, get everything pulled off the car, and bring it in to get welded. Brought my mirror brackets up to Tri-Town Welding, local welding shop, and there we go, all done. Looking good. And they line up quite nicely. So now it's just a matter of me getting some nutserts in there, lining stuff up, putting my little rubber pieces on, and bolting them on to the car. Let's see what Tim's up to before I do that.
Hey, why is my filter so much smaller?
Tim is running into problems.
Supposed to be the right one.
So he's down here working on the F1. Once I get my stuff done, we'll do a little bit of catch up on that. But I must say, the engine is looking very nice.
Not the right filter, so I guess we're going to have to go back with Old and Goldie here. They sent the wrong filter. I even triple checked that it was the right. Thank you, Wix, for giving me the wrong part. But that's okay. We press on.
So now,
the nails.
First nutsert installed. All the holes are drilled. One thing I forgot to mention earlier was this is what comes with the kit or the brackets. Now, anybody who has worked on an older vehicle knows that These guys might work once when you screw in your screw here, but most of the time down the road, they don't grip, and then if you have to take the mirror bracket off for whatever reason, when you go to put it back on, everything just spins, or even worse, it won't come out. So that's why I decided to go this route. I'm gonna get my the rest of them installed, and then I'll get that bracket on. This guy's all attached. Riv nuts work perfectly. Got little black plastic spacers that are in there, almost forgot them, but nice and solid. That's definitely not going anywhere. I've got the other side done too, so now just a matter of mounting up the mirrors and seeing what it looks like. So there you have it. Mirrors are on, looking pretty good. I'm happy with it. Definitely looks more complete. So now on to the next. I'm not sure what Tim's up to here.
Well, someone told me that you can plug a plug into the top of one of these.
I think that's just a TikTok-y type of thing. It wasn't one. I saw the video. No, I don't.
Well, yeah. Obviously, this isn't going to work, but this is broke, huh?
Yeah, I dropped that on the floor a little while ago. It still
works.
Functions. So next up, I got to weld up this box for the shifter and mount it to the floor. Got all my bits here. Here is the mock-up. Just not that it's too complicated to assemble, but then I've got that just for reference to see how I place the cardboard when I measured out the various pieces, and got my speed square here. Normally I just kind of rip through this sort of stuff, but I figured in a case like this is probably a better idea to just take my time, have the right tools. I'll go get my big magnet and get this assembled properly so it looks nice. Got that tack together. Not the most pretty tacks. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld everything up. I imagine there will be some grinding involved because I don't think I'm a proficient enough welder to make it look nice along the seams. So I'll just make it look nice by grinding everything. All done. Of course, as I said, I'm not a proficient enough welder to make it look nice with just leaving the welds alone. So I'm embracing the fact that I'm a full-on grinder. So,
isn't that an app about getting Subway sandwiches?
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
And there we go. It's going to sit just like that. I think I've just got to do some disassembly so that I can get this piece off and then I can mount the bottom on. And at the same time, I guess I can mount the cable and everything too. But I'm happy with that. Glad that I took a little bit of time. I wish I could do the welds nice enough that I didn't have to flatten them out, but I guess that's just a matter of more practice. We're installed. Welded these tabs onto the side. Got my shifter all mounted up. Put it at a bit of an angle here because I think I mentioned that earlier. I need to have a spot for the four-wheel drive shifter. Basically, all that's left now is to drill a hole in the floor and put that cable through. That's why I've disconnected my seat, so to speak. Switched up the camera for the end of this video. Figured why not? This has been sitting in my case for ages and I haven't been using it, just been using the old one with the old lens. So here's an update to where we're at. Where I finished off in the previous clip, we are all installed. Cable is run underneath the seat there when I pull it back forward. Did a bit of a slotted hole just to make it so I didn't have the cable binding so much when it making a sharp turn through the floor. Then, I'm gonna crawl under here. I'm not sure, I haven't got my light, but we're all, let's see, can we see? Sort of, kind of. Cable and everything is run up to the transmission, into the shift linkage, so we're all set. Which leaves me with one little project that I would like to do. I gotta get up off the floor first. Oh, I can just imagine what that looks like. I want to make a cover, just to cover this up here. I've got a couple of ideas in terms of what might work. Then we'll get this all mounted here, and then there's no chance that anything's going to really push against the cable when the seat is on. But the other thing too is just to make it look nice and cover up this hole in the floor, because there's already enough holes that I've got to fill in. Just a piece of scrap that I found on the floor, but like I said, I've got some ideas. So I've got my pieces cut, nothing looking too pretty at the moment. So I'm going to get started on that, and then when it's all done, hopefully it'll look quite a bit better than this. Test fit is looking pretty good. Still looking ugly, but that gives us an idea of where we're going to start at, and it covers up that hole nicely. Of course, once I put the seat back over it, no one's going to see it. Is it the thing of beauty that I had anticipated? Nope. But you know what? It'll do the job to cover things up. I mean, the grinding turned out okay, but the shape, I was having a hard time trying to figure out here, and it's not as even as I would have liked, but like I said, it'll do the job. So let's get that installed. And it's in. Actually, it looks a lot better now that it's on the floor than it does just sitting on the bench. But I'm hoping that that works. I don't think it's too tight. I can always put some spacers underneath if I find it needs a little bit of movement. Shifter still works fine. So that's it. Another episode full of all sorts of excitement, from mirrors to shifter installations to problems with broken bolts. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Tune in the next time when we have some more excitement going on, and have a good one.